Hey Team Vogue, I'm Lauren Jauregui. I'm here in Miami in my apartment. And today I'm going to be breaking down lyrics that have influenced the way that I write music. The first song is Appletree by Erykah Badu.
See, I picked my friends like I picked my fruit. Again, he told me that when I was only a youth.
So the bridge, it says, see, I picked my friend like I picked my fruit. My granny told me that when I was only a youth. This bridge just kind of has a lot of dichos, like a lot of sayings that are just gems you can have in your back pocket to get you through life, you know? And the ways that you can see the world in a new perspective. So just like, I pick my friends like I pick my fruit, picking the sweetest one, you know what I mean? And the one that's going to be ready to go, mature enough to be part of her life, you know? That's how I feel. That's my interpretation of it. One of my favorite things about Erykah is her cadence and the way that she's so unique with the way she spits her lyrics and like the way that she formulates a melody, especially with her tone too, because her tone is so particular. So hearing those kind of jazzy, bluesy melodies, I don't waste my time trying to get what you got. The cadence of it tells the story as much as the words do. And it's just like this like attitude of just like nonchalant flow. It's all about like the character and your voice and the way that you're communicating the emotion that you're trying to encompass in the lyric. And that's something that I intend to keep as like a core value in my music making. You know, it's like making things that I feel connected to enough where I can communicate the sentiment, you know, and people will feel me on the other end of that track. I want them to hear me, you know, and I want them to feel, oh, that's Lauren. Like that can't be anybody else. I think that that's part of being a writer in life, is that developing that tone of voice that's your own, you know, and hearing that tone through your music consistently. So this is Playing God by Paramore.
If God's the game that you're playing, well, we must get more acquainted.
If God's the game that you're playing, well, we must get more acquainted. Because it has to be so lonely to be the only one who's holy. Paramore in general, lyrically, has a huge influence in my life, I think. I think they're super confessional and self-reflective and observant of the world, and I think that that's kind of what I aim to do through my lyricism as well, because that's why I write, to express myself and get my feelings out, make sense of them, and share my thoughts about the world. This song as a whole explores this concept of hypocrisy in the face of religion, preaching about a God that is all-forgiving, all-encompassing, benevolent source of love, you know, and light. And then you thinking that you have the right to deem who is entitled to that. Like, she's just being so sarcastic, you know, like wow, like you must feel so alone being the only perfect being in this planet, like with no skeletons in your closet, with no mistakes ever made. Wow, like you must be feeling so sad and alone because we all up. You know, these lyrics and the way that she explored her psyche and the way that they explored, you know, the human condition, it has a lot to do with why I'm so intrigued by it. It's always cool to me to find people in the music realm that see that and talk about it and bring it up. And like artists like in the 60s who were just like so adamant about what they felt, you know, like, and adamant about their stances on things, and like active members of society instead of just like entertainment puppets. I don't know if that makes sense. You're kind of diving into your psyche, you're diving into your connection with spirit. And when you're there, I think things flow. Like you just know what you're gonna say. Whether or not I'm expressing myself from an honest place is what I'm the most concerned about, versus how someone else will receive a message that I'm expressing. That's how I can protect myself, you know what I mean? Where I'm never gonna just have to go out there and defend something that I don't actually feel, or that I didn't actually feel, you know? This is Numb by Linkin Park.
Tired of being what you want me to be, feeling so faithless, lost under the surface.
So I'm tired of being what you want me to be, feeling so faithless, lost under the surface. I felt this way a lot when I was in my previous life, I like to call it, when I was in a girl group. I felt that way a lot. That numbness of feeling disconnected, of feeling like there's so many different pressures and so many different boxes that one must fit into. And I did not function very well under that kind of pressure. So that, I think I relate to this song a lot. I listened to this song a lot during that time. You know what I mean? Like, this song has followed me throughout my life. When I was younger, I used to sing this song at the top of my lungs, like with so much feeling and so much angst. And I was little, okay? I was a youngin' when this song came out. And it's interesting because now I feel it on a whole nother level. And I'm singing along and I'm like, dude, I feel Chester, man. Like, I feel these words wholly differently as someone who has stepped into a space of celebrityism and fame or whatever you know. Like, I feel like there's a new layer to these feelings and what he was saying, and specifically what he was saying, versus like how I interpreted what he was saying when I was younger. I think finding lyrics that reflect all kinds of emotions is important. At least for me. Like, writing has always been, again, a way that I express myself in a way that I feel seen in this world. Like via books or via poetry or via music especially. It's always amazing to find yourself in some lyrics and be like, wow, okay, I'm not the only one. And actually a lot of people like this song, so maybe they're also feeling that. So I had to include my boy, my beautiful man, Prince. Colonized Mind.
A future full of isolated boys and girls.
This man was just an epic prophet of the music industry. Upload. The master race idea, genetically disposed to rule the world. Download. A future full of isolated boys and girls. I just want to point out that we're in quarantine. But I love the way that he plays with this idea that we're like computers that are being programmed, and the way that he expressed that in the lyric. I love creative writing styles like that just kind of explore a different way to communicate an idea. To have, again, concisely put all of these thoughts into one verse and make it sound good and make people want to sing it. That's genius, bro. That's genius. Making you see something that you maybe didn't see before. We as artists have time to think, you know what I mean? Like, that's another gift and part of being an artist, is that like you get time to contemplate. Like, that's what you're doing essentially as an art form, as a work form. You're contemplating life. You're contemplating yourself. You're contemplating life. You're going through your feelings. You're feeling through your feelings, and you continue to dig into your depths to give it to the world. You got a man who understood things and communicated it very, very eloquently and very sassily and very matter-of-factly, which is what I love about Prince, is unapologetic ass. Like, just, this is what it is. You don't like it? Oh, tough. You know what I mean? Like, I love that. I love him. I think that while I'm writing, I try again to be as organic as possible. So I naturally write about the world and what's going on in it and my thoughts on it as an exercise of being sane on this planet. You know what I mean? Like, I'm also a human being, a young woman going through life, and that and all of the things that come with that are very much at play as well. In terms of my exploration. So I'm not only constantly dreading the world, I'm also constantly dreading my own emotional experience, you know? So there's a lot of layers to what I talk about and why I talk about it. It just depends on the mood I'm in and what I want to write about that day. And sometimes I can very eloquently express a concept, and other days it me cuesta. It's difficult, you know? So thank you for joining me. I hope that if you don't know these songs, you go and check them out and you get acquainted with the lyrics in full. But these are all incredible lyricists to me. Writing that has meant a lot to me and has influenced me or inspired me in one way or another at some point. Thank you for sharing your time.